Hey guys, welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing great. So finally back on YouTube. It's been quite some time that I did not record a new video for you guys. So I've received quite a few questions, why I was less active and things like that. Everything is going well for me, guys, so don't worry about that. I'm doing amazing. I've just been doing other stuff in my personal life. That's it. So finally back on YouTube. I'm really excited for today's video. I'm going to show you guys all my trades that I have right now on the market, all my open positions, and just run over them with you guys. This is a type of video that I've already done a few times before, where I just show you guys my trades. I like to do these kind of videos simply because for me it's important, to kind of show transparency and just kind of update you guys once in a while with my positions. I don't do these videos that often neither, because honestly I don't feel the need of doing that, and I don't have anything to prove or anything to kind of show you guys, right? Like, I mean, this is free content, so if I want to do a video like this, I'll do one. If I don't feel like doing one, I will not do one. At the end of the day, this is my trading, my personal stuff. So, I still think that it's important to share that with you guys for transparency, but I'll just do these videos once in a while whenever I feel like doing that. So just before that we start, as always, guys, please leave a like under the video, especially if you like that type of content and if you would like to see more of it in the future. That way I would know, well, if I should record more of these videos. So as I said, I'm going to just run over my current positions with you guys, show you how the year is probably going to finish for me, because we're already mid-November. And honestly, I don't think I will take other trades this year. Maybe, one or two if I see something that I like. But overall, my year is pretty much over in terms of trading. So I will also talk a bit about that. So it's kind of like a recap video, or, whatever you want to call it. All right, so first trade here, sugar. So as you guys know, I've been in sugar for quite some time. My first position was right here back in May. So it's been around 6 months that I've been in this trade, and since then I've taken 4 positions. So one here, one here, one here, and one here. So these 4 trades are all in profit, and the red line that you guys see right here is the stop loss level for all of these positions, which means that in the worst case scenario, if the price starts to go back down and break through this level right here, well, this is where I will close the trade with a big profit. And I actually did some math the other day. I calculated the profit total here for the 4 positions that I have on sugar. And in the worst case scenario, this will be my best trade ever. So if you guys remember, earlier this year, I had a new best trade ever, which was on silver. I made a video about that, but I made, well, quite a lot of money on this trade. And it was my best and my biggest trade ever at that time. Well, now it will be sugar in the worst case scenario. So if it stops to go up, if it goes back down, take me out here. Even in this scenario, it's still my biggest trade ever, even bigger than silver, which was already, well, the big winner of the year. This one will be even better. So that's amazing. It's always great, to see so much profit secured. And that's the worst case scenario, right? So if it just keeps going up, and I think it can keep going up for quite some time, if this uptrend continues, then I think that we can have a long way to go. And as the price will keep going up, I will keep moving my stop loss. And if it goes really far, I mean, this trade could end up being a massive trade. So we will see how this goes in the next few weeks and in the next few months. But overall, worst case scenario, it's my biggest trade. And best case scenario, well, I make even more than what I would already make with this stop loss. So this trade along with silver are the 2 best trades of the year. And then I obviously had other great trades during the year, and I also have other great trades while running right now, which I'm going to show you guys. So let's move on. Next trade, soybeans. So if you guys remember, I took this trade live in front of you. Yes, I did that. So I did a monthly vlog last summer. And in this monthly vlog, I basically just showed you guys what I did during the whole month that I vlogged, right? Very simple. And I actually took a buy on soybean right here when we got this breakout. And since then, as you guys can see, it just has been going up and up and up and up. And I am still in this trade. So my stop loss is now right here under this level. So just like sugar, in the worst case scenario that the price goes back down all the way and take me out here, I still make a pretty big profit as well. So this is one of the best trade of the year as well. So that's the worst case scenario. If not, obviously it can keep going up for quite some time and I could make even more, but for the moment the stop loss is right here. Then next trade, corn. I don't think I showed you guys this trade, or maybe I did, honestly. I cannot remember, but I took a trade on corn around here. So it was a buy, and as you guys can see now the stop loss is right here under this level. So again, worst case scenario, if the price comes back down, take me out here, I still make a decent profit. Not as big as the two other trades I just showed you guys, but it's still a profitable trade, so that's good. And in the other case scenario that it just goes up, well, I can make obviously even more. So well, that's another profitable trade secured. Then after that we have copper. So I still have this trade as well. I took a buy right here at this level there. And so as you guys can see, this trade is around break even pretty much, you know. So I took the trade around there, and this is where my stop loss is under this level right now. So this is, well, you know, I would not even say a profit, it's more just break even, and that's totally fine as well. You know, a break even trade is still a really good trade, I would say, because you were able to reduce your risk, and if you don't risk anything, well, nothing bad can happen to you. So this is, well, another good trade, I would say. So worst case scenario, this just comes back down here, take me out at break even. Best case scenario, this breaks out right now and the trend continues and I can make more money. And then the last trade, which I took a few days ago, I think that this might be the last trade of the year. I did not think that this trade would trigger so fast, but it did. As you guys can see, we got a pretty big up move on oil. It looks small on the chart, but it's actually pretty big. You know, it went from 33 to 42. So in terms of percentage, that's actually a pretty big move. So I ended up taking the trade around here. So I've been in this trade now for 2 days. As you guys can see, it's a little bit of you know, drawdown, but it's really small. My stop loss is here, and in the worst case scenario, well, this will just go back down and take me out here for a loss. In the best case scenario, this will just take out, and well, this will be a good trade. Now, just to kind of recap everything we just said, and more so recap the whole year in itself for me, just to tell you guys a bit more about how it went overall for me. Well, at the beginning of the year, obviously, we had the whole market crash, right? Because of the COVID pandemic. So everything was kind of crazy. You know, this year was by far the craziest year I've ever traded in myself. So it's been 5 years that I've been trading, and this was definitely the most insane year we could have thought. So we got the, you know, market crash in the stock market. Oil went to negative, right? It went as far as minus $40 on the future. So that's kind of crazy. We got massive move, you know, like for example, if we go back on soybean, maybe it doesn't look that big like that on the daily chart, but if you put it on the weekly chart, right? Like that's a pretty big move, right? Like look at how aggressive that is. Even if you put it on the monthly chart, well, that's a big move as well. So we got huge moves on a lot of different markets. So it was a pretty insane year. At the beginning of the year, honestly, I was not that confident because, well, how insane it was and how big the moves were. There were a lot of volatility, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of risk on the table as well. So I had no idea how I would do during the year. But fast forward today, the year is almost done. We still have about 1.5 months to go. But as you guys already saw, I have 5 positions in the market right now. Well, 5 trades. I have more positions because of sugar. So 5 trades in total. Will I take other trades during, you know, this year? Maybe, maybe not. I'm watching, you know, gold and silver and a few forex pairs. So if these trades trigger, I might end up taking 1 or 2 more trades, but it's pretty much done, you know. So even if I take these trades and they end up not going, it's not going to change really the outcome of the year, which is why I think we can already talk about it. So in the worst case scenario, and what I mean by worst case scenario is that these 5 trades that I showed you guys, they all go down and they all reach the current stop loss that I have. So if this goes down from here, take me out there. if this goes on from here, take me out there, right? So you guys understand. I even considered the trade on oil. So if oil goes down and even take me out with a loss right here, I considered everything. So in the worst case scenario, my year will end around positive 30%. And in the best case scenario, if all of these trends keep going up, well, I could make a lot more. And when I say more, it could be 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100%. We don't know. It just depends on how big these trends keep going. But the worst of the worst possible case scenario is positive. So a gain of 30% during the year. So is it good? I would say yes. I would say it's pretty good. You guys need to keep in mind as well that I trade on a pretty large account, right? So when I say 30%, it still represents a lot of money. So maybe that for you guys who trade on a small account, so let's say you have $500 or $1,000 or even just like $5,000, you might think that, oh, 30%, it's not that much, right? In my situation, I would not make a lot of money. Well, that is true. If you don't have a big capital, even if you make 30%, it's not going to represent a lot of money. But if you have a big account, just like I have, well, 30% is still a lot of money. And you still kind of progress through it, right? And year after year after year, you make more and more money with your trades. And that's the whole idea. 5 years ago, I was trading with a $200 account. Then after that, I grew the account, I put more money into it, then it became a $2,000 account. So 200, 2,000, then at some point it became 20,000 and so on and so forth. And 5 years later, well, I have a much bigger account than what I had at the beginning. And it just keeps growing like that. And over time, you just make more and more and more money. So that's the reason why I am in this position today. It's just the effect of compound interest. So, in 2019, I doubled my account. So that was the best year in terms of the percentage. This year might be less, right? In the worst case scenario, it will be 30%. In the best case scenario that all of these trends keep going, it will be a lot more. So it's not as big in percentage, but in terms of the money, it's actually bigger because I have a bigger capital. So even if I don't make as much one year in percentage, well, I don't care because I have more money than I had the prior year. So I still make more money regardless. And if you keep doing this for years and years and years, then after that you end up with a massive capital, and this is how you can make a fortune in trading. It's just a matter of time, and it's just a matter of percentage. The only thing that matters is that you keep growing your account as time goes by. That's really just the only thing you have to focus on. And this is what I've been focused on this year. I think I did fairly well, to be quite honest, during the year. So very few losses. I did not take many trades as well, honestly. Like I took way less trade than what I did in 2019. So I was a lot more selective with the opportunities that I wanted to catch. And overall, I think that this helped me a lot because I avoided taking unnecessary losses. So overall, it was like a very smooth year, I would say, throughout this whole drama that we had on the market. So very few losses, no big drawdown. Actually, I did not get any drawdown this year pretty much. What I mean by drawdown is multiple losses in a row. That just did not happen for me this year. So that's pretty nice. And yeah, overall, it was just a very smooth year, very kind of relaxed going just through it. And right now I still have, these trades open, which are some of the biggest trade of the year. So of course, we don't know exactly where my year will finish. And, the year will probably, like this 2020 year will probably finish in 2021. Because if these trends keep going, then I will still have these trades next year, but I will still consider these trades to be trades from 2020. I don't know if it was so clear, but that's kind of the idea. So yeah, we don't really know exactly where that will finish, but worst case scenario, 30%, I'm completely fine with that. And to me, it's actually pretty good results, right? If you are able to do this for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, I mean, at the end, you will make a fortune, even just after a couple of years, right? You can change your whole life. And this is what I've been doing myself, well, in the last few years. And this is why I'm now a full-time trader. So, you know, I don't say that to sound cool or to brag or whatever, but more so to inspire you guys and to really make you realize that it is possible to get good results if you actually want it so bad. And if you actually do everything that you can in your power to get these results, it is possible to become good. It is possible to be consistently profitable and even live from trading. I'm the proof of that. I have other students doing amazing in the course, people who trade full-time as well. So it's all possible. You just need the right knowledge, the right information, and to stay focused and to be disciplined with this information. So that's the whole idea, right? So it's getting the knowledge, knowing how to apply this knowledge, and then being focused enough to actually do this successfully for quite some time. So anyway, I could talk like this forever. I could rant like that for 1 hour long if I wanted to, but I don't want to make this video too long. That was just an update for you guys. Showed you basically how my year went as well. So just kind of a video to talk with each other. If you guys have any questions, as always, drop them in the comment below. I love to interact with you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much the idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. And on that, well, that's pretty much it. So on that, take care, trade with care, manage your money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.